I'm Michael, guys. Welcome to the FlyZone Drone Show. Since you guys didn't hear me before, we have a good show for you tonight. We have good old Eddie Nunez show joining us tonight, and we have Maddie. Here he is. It's going to be a good show. Johnny should be popping in just a bit, guys. But what do you think? What do you think, Maddie? We got Eddie on the show tonight.
Eddie's an all-around flyer, bro. He does everything.
What's up, Eddie?
He's a good photographer, too.
Oh, he's in the house.
Mr. Eddie Nunez. Oh, there he is. Here's the godfather of the drone mafia.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Johnny.
Howdy. Sergio and Mike. How's everybody?
What's up, buddy?
Everything
How you guys doing?
Good.
And guys, crazy weather all week almost. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
That bad?
Dog. Rain, wind, and then if there's no rain, there's wind, and then it's terrible, man. I'm getting really
Yeah, it'll get right here.
Yeah. What about you, Johnny?
Rain every day, but
you too, huh?
It got really pretty this evening. I put the little Femi Mini up. I put a couple of sunset pictures up on I think Drone Nation and the Fly for Fun page. So yeah, it was nice after we got about 2 inches of rain, but hey, that's just Louisiana.
Right. What about you, Matt? You do any flying?
On and off, all day, all weekend, all week, man. It just the problem is
pushing it that way, Matty.
Yeah, well, the problem is you get up in the air and start flying, and then it'll start raining on you when you're in the air. That's Florida. It's unpredictable, man. It's back and forth, back and forth. So I just don't
Right.
fly. I just sit and watch the weather change.
It sucks. It sucks. But
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
rain all week, man. This sucks, man. I want to
Yeah,
ice
we
so
got-
bad because they said this is going to be. No,
well,
I
we
hate
got a
this
lot.
weather, man.
Yeah, I know. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. Eddie's on tonight with us, and we are grateful to have Eddie. And we're just gonna, Eddie's here to, I'm gonna ask him a couple questions about, what it takes, FPV, editing in FPV with, how to keep that footage steady. And I know there's real steady and all that stuff, and I'm going to ask him a few questions on the FPV part, but as you guys know, that Eddie is a great videographer. He does some great edits. He's a great flyer, great pilot. So if you guys don't know who Eddie is, Eddie does some great footage with his FPV and his GPS drones as well, and he mixes them. And he puts them all together. He mixes. It's he'll be sharing some, I'm sure, a video with us. But if you guys don't want to go subscribe to Eddie's channel, go ahead, man, give him some love, but here he is, guys. He just popped on. He's looking at me. He's like, come on, I want to be on. Let's go. He's anxious. There he is.
Dude.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Eddie!
Let's bring them in.
What's up, boss?
How are you? Thank you for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, we're grateful to have you, man. Thank you for being with us here tonight, man.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Eddie.
So, Johnny, who's in the chats tonight?
Man, Michael, I tell you what, got a ton of people in. We got Lawrence, Chris Redsworth, of course, Maddie's in here, Robert Racing, I see, JSK Enterprise, Leonard Oglesby, Dee Dee's in the house.
Dee Dee!
Chris Wedgeworth, Lawrence, Bill Thomas, Sam Burns, and Rose. Who else? We got Leonard Oglesby, Dee Dee, JC was in. JC was in. Got Stevie, of course. That's Eddie's buddy that he does some flying with. Stevie had to come make sure, Eddie, you did things right on the show, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Checking up on you there.
Yeah.
Great crowd so far.
You guys, Stevie's Eddie's agent. We'll send you a check later, Steve.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Mike Kenny, Michael Blades. Great crowd. Speed Limit. Ken Hallball.
Good old Speedy.
Yeah, your buddy Ken from
Ken.
Ken's still up in Chicago. I think Ken's in the house. So yeah, great. Drone shots, Jody. Welcome in.
Nice. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We're so happy to see you guys all. The usual family that's always in here with us every Friday night. Yeah, wonderful to see you guys. Lawrence is in here. I think he just popped in. Lawrence from Nova Squads. Oh, did you say Lawrence? You did say Lawrence, right?
Yeah, Lawrence is in.
Yeah, they're all in here.
Chris Hope too. Chris is in the house.
Chris Hope. Yeah, we want to make sure we don't leave no one out.
JSK Enterprise.
JSK
just came in.
Akarishima, whatever. He's in the house also.
Akarishima.
Here, let me say it. Hold on.
Go
Let me
ahead.
say it. Akarishima. There you go.
There you go.
And of course, Eddie Nunez is in the house.
Good old Eddie. Well, anyways, guys. So Eddie, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what got you started into flying drones, GPS, FPV, and what gave you that itch?
Well, I think my story goes way back. I want to say 3 to 4 years ago. Actually, no, maybe like 4 to 5 years ago. I walked into a Best Buy and I see a drone on clearance, a Fly More package, if you will. So there's this big monster on clearance, comes with a backpack, comes with a gimbal, comes with a backpack. Can you guess which drone is this? At a Best Buy.
One of the Phantoms, probably.
No.
A Spark.
At Best Buy, you said, right?
At a Best Buy. 300
I'll
bucks.
tell X-Star.
The
5 years
Phantom.
ago. No. The 3DR Solo.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Jesus.
They sold them at Best Buy? They sold those at Best Buy?
Yeah, I bought mine in Best Buy. Yeah, so took it home,
Wow.
tried to fly it in my backyard, crashed, broke all the siding in my house. It cracked all the siding with the propellers. Packed it all back up, took it to Best Buy, and returned it the same day. The next day,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
the next day I was so upset that I returned it. I went ahead to a different Best Buy and bought it again. And this time went to a park and flew it in the park, attached my GoPro, fell in love with drones. And then one day I was at a local park here in New York City, and I bumped into a bunch of New York City guys flying drones. And they all have Phantoms and they all have Mavic Pro, the first one. So, start asking questions. I see the capabilities that they have, and went ahead and bought a Mavic Pro. And I would say that's when my drone journey really started, is when I bought the first Mavic Pro. I bought a Mavic Pro Platinum. And with the help with the local community here in New York City, those guys, they really helped me just take off and learn how to drone, if you will. I was the type of pilot that I would bring my drone up maybe 50 feet forward, 75 feet left, 50 feet to the right, and then come right back down. I was afraid to take it anywhere else. But with the help with the local community here in New York, they helped me really take that drone to the next level. And as I progressed, I started, getting better and better. And actually droning is what helped me open up my passion and my eyes to videography and photography. And I started, buying cameras, taking photos, not only with drones, but also with cameras. And now I'm a huge, gearhead. I have, so many cameras, so many drones. And my wife yells at me every time she buys shoes, I buy drones, pretty much.
That's how it is. That's how it is, Eddie. That's how it is, buddy. With the Y's and stuff.
Hoping Dee heard that. Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's awesome, Ed. That's awesome. So, so you started flying your FPV. When was the first time you got your hands on FPV, though?
So FPV for me is a brand new journey. I want to say, this whole cycle that I just mentioned, I kind of restarted again now with FPV. So I got my first FPV drone last year. I want to say August. So I don't even have a year yet into FPV. And I started with a Cinewhoop. I bought an iFlight Bumblebee. From iFlight, I bought the Ready to Fly. So I had the DJI remote, the DJI goggles, and that was my first FPV drone.
Oh wow, dude! Not even dude. Not even that long, dude. Look at you! Holy cow!
Yeah,
you must have practiced a lot, though, Eddie. Right?
I did. Yeah. I the simulator helps tremendously. I know some people say simulators are not good. Some people say simulators are good. I strongly recommend the simulator, especially liftoff, because I feel like everything that you do there is going to translate right back to the field. When I bought my Bumblebee, I put it in angle mode, and I went to the park and I said, this can't be any more difficult. If it's on angle mode, it can't be any more difficult than Mavic. And I went to the park. I didn't even have my goggles. I don't know what made me do this, but I turned on the drone. I armed it. I went up in the air. The thing started going sideways until it crashed, and I burned the motor. First flight in.
Wow.
Yeah. FPV.
Yeah.
Simulator is the number one thing, man. I've been practicing all day today.
Yeah. I highly recommend the simulator. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. That's wonderful. The simulator is good. It is. If people don't want to, I mean, just listen. If some people don't have the computers to handle that power of playing games and stuff, they do have simulators on on their iPad. You can get one on your iPad on your tablet, right? As an app or something.
Yeah.
There you go, guys.
They even have it for systems now, so you can do Xbox, PlayStation, I believe.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can hook it up. You can hook it up from on your TV too and play.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Now, Eddie, can you play with the simulator? Can you use your goggles? Can you use that screen that you're playing on the computer? Can you put it through your goggles and play like you're there?
I've never done it, but I know that some guys do. If you have, I believe you have HDMI, yeah, you can definitely do it. I've never tried it, but you can.
Oh, you've done it,
I
Sergio?
tried it today. I did today. Yeah,
Oh wow,
it works.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I always wondered if you could do that, and you didn't say nothing to me, huh? Okay,
Nice brother.
I know, right? So, what did Steve say?
Is today? Every time I call you, Mike, you're like, because I was going to tell you. Every time I call you, you're like, Sergio, what? I'm doing something. I'm in the middle of something. Well, I'm trying
Dude,
to tell
because he
you.
always, dude, because guys, listen, everybody, he always calls me when he wants something, when he's having trouble with something with his FPV or with beta flight or this and that, and if it's not beta flight, it's something to do with the computer. This, he's my brother. I'll help him. I love him, but
I'm trying to learn.
He calls every 5 minutes. He calls. He's like, tell him what to do. He calls back in 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell?
He has some really.
I'm sorry. I'm a butt buster, but Mike, I'm trying to learn something.
I know. I love you, bro.
When you're running the simulator, you're supposed to technically use your controller, right? That you're using to fly the drone.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can use your controller. Yeah.
It's recommended that you use your controller so you can get a sense of your
get used to it.
Auto, correct? Yeah.
So, Maddie, are you gonna get into FPV or what?
I don't know. I'm comfortable where I am.
Matt, you just said the other day that you were gonna get into the FPV. You want to get into FPV. You're gonna get the DJI FPV.
I know. I know. Yeah, the DJI FPV. That's a whole different ballgame.
Maddie,
I don't want to. I don't know, man.
You are going to like it. It's so much fun. Oh man,
believe me.
You won't believe.
Eddie, tell them how amazing of an experience FPV is. People just don't understand, man.
Yeah, it's immersive. It's a whole new experience. I can't even explain it in words. It's just you're immersed in the flight. I mean, the moves that you can do. There you go. He has the frame, so he's gonna get ready.
I got a frame.
Yes,
I got a frame, but it is naked. It is naked. This is the one that Doc Murdoch gave me at the Florida meetup, and I got an entire list of things to buy, and I just haven't bought them yet. I just haven't made that move yet.
So, Eddie, I understand some people don't want to get into it because maybe it's not for them because maybe they get sick and they get vertigo and all that other stuff like I did. At first with the DJI FPV goggles, I was getting this was my first time. But now that I'm getting used, because I started out with the Beta FPV Cinewhip one, the Meteor 75 with the goggles, the boxed ones, and I'm getting used to it, right? And then Sergio's got his the Fat Sharks, but
your eyes get used to it.
Yeah, and they're getting used to it now. So now I regret selling my DJI FPV because I sold it to my neighbor. Now I regret it. And
Eddie, do you
now I got to go buy another set of goggles.
Eddie, do you have the DJI FPV?
I do. Yes, okay. I do. Yeah.
But you
How do you like it?
Builds and all too.
So what do you like, Eddie? The DJI FPV or the traditional FPV?
So in my opinion, they're two different drones. They're two different quads. I love them both, but for different purposes. So the DJI FPV, there's a few things I don't like about it. For starters, the camera. I think the camera sucks, and I think we've heard this everywhere, right? The dynamic range. I like the editing part as well, flying drones. So just the colors, the shadows, the highlights on the DJI FPV are terrible. It's hard footage to edit once you throw it into your editor. Just the color grade starts to fall apart. So camera is number one that I hate. The second thing that I really hate about it is that it's underpowered. And it's a heavy drone, but it's still underpowered. I feel like they should have tuned it better or made the motors slightly stronger so that you can punch out and recover. I think a lot of the accidents that people have is they try to do a dive or they try to do a roll and they're so close to an object that they might hit the throttle all the way, but it's too late. You can't recover out of it just because it kind of hesitates. With a 5-inch, I feel comfortable, really comfortable, doing certain maneuvers. Like with my DJI FPV, I don't do flips, I don't do rolls. I'm just cruising cinematic. That's my go-to FPV drone if I'm going over water, just because it has all the safety mechanism. I can tap that button and it's going to stabilize and hover in the air. If it disconnects, it's going to stabilize, hover in the air, and return back to me. Versus a traditional FPV drone, you're going to take risk going over water.
Right.
Yeah. True.
So Eddie,
Yeah.
speed doesn't all the time mean power. I mean, you need that power.
No, I tell you, the DJI FPV set definitely has speed. I've touched 90, 100 miles per hour on that thing, and it's not. I actually prefer going slower on that drone because I feel like at 90 miles per hour, it's vibrating a lot, and people that flown the DJI FPV know exactly what I mean because you're using one camera. Right, that's your camera that's going to record your footage, and that's the camera that's transmitting to your goggles. You see all the vibrations, and then it does stabilize while it's recording to the micro SD card. But looking at the footage, you can see those jitters. Versus a traditional FPV drone, you have your DJI. If you have a DJI drone, DJI Air Unit drone, FPV quad, I should say, you have your camera for your goggles, and then you have a GoPro or some sort of other action camera attached that you can stabilize afterwards. But with the DJI FPV, I've noticed the faster you go, the more vibrations you're going to see, especially if there's
I've heard people say it flies loose, whatever that means, I guess.
Yeah, it's not it's not a locked-in feeling. That I think is not a locked-in drone. So it starts to, like, as it vibrates, it floats on its own, if you will, in the air.
Now
They got a
Eddie,
lot of work to do.
Yeah. But Matt, in the beginning, it would have been nice if you just got a bind and fly. If you're not wanting to do that, it would have been nice. But since you got that frame, I would start working on it. I would.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up doing a version 2. I'm sure they're going to come out with a version 2, and it's most likely going to end up being a freestyle drone. We can all pretty much guarantee that it's going to be a carbon fiber frame, something that you can actually toy with on your own without having to worry about breaking components that you have to send the quad back to the freaking DJI store.
Yeah, Eddie, have you? I heard this. Have you? Is this true? Have you heard that DJI? Is it true that they're coming out with a carbon fiber, Cinewhoop FPV drone?
I've heard of rumors. Just rumors. DJI, it's hard to predict what they'll do nowadays. So who knows?
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that before, in my opinion, before they come out with another FPV drone, I think they should work on the firmware, because you can do a lot with firmware. They can certainly tune the drone better and make it fly more efficient. They can certainly improve the dynamic range on the camera, all with firmware. And we haven't seen, we just saw a firmware update on the DJI FPV, but it didn't do much. It just added some safety features. It added the smart controller. You can have HDMI out from the smart controller, which all these things should have came right out of the box. So I don't think that this firmware update was really an enhancement. It's stuff that it should have came already with.
Right.
You think they have updates coming for that camera, or do you think they're just going to kind of let it go?
No, I think they have to. I think they just have to do a firmware update. Everyone, I'm sure they're reading it on the forums. I'm sure they're watching YouTube videos. I'm sure they're hearing feedback. I think that they should at least attempt and try to release a firmware to improve it. Because if you don't, then it's gonna piss off your customers. Think about the many consumers that bought the DJI FPV drone, and you now come out with the second version, but you didn't even try to fix the first version. So what am I supposed to do? Take out $2,000 out of my pocket again and buy the second one?
No.
That sounds like another company we know, Feeney.
That's true. Yeah.
Not even fixing their first version, and they're putting out new ones. Freaking people.
The one good thing about the DJI FPV, though, that I think was good is that you had a lot of people jump ship to FPV, or combine FPV with their traditional camera drones, and you have a lot of people curious. I know here locally, I know a few guys that never flown FPV before, got the DJI FPV, and now they're flying pretty well. And I think that the DJI FPV drone makes it easy for you to get your feet wet. With a price tag, of course, because you crash that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Eddie, do you have, when you set your quads up, do you have air mode included when you arm your quad? Do you have air mode as already as a enabled in your quad while you arm it, or do you do it separately?
I do it separately. So I have a switch. the radio I use is the Radio Master, so it has a lot of switches like other radios. So I have it as a switch. So when I arm, it's on acro with air mode off, and then once I'm in the air and I take off, I turn air mode on.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
hit a switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let you guys all know, man. I just want to give huge thanks and to they've been very helpful in this community with me and Sergio. I want to give a special thanks to Sam Burns for helping us out with our quads. We want to thank John Coopy for helping us.
Yeah, John's in the house.
We like to thank good old Doc Murdoch. Doc Murdoch was with us, I think, a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago. He was, he was on, FaceTiming us for about an hour and a half with us, just showing us everything, trying to get the quad set up. And Doc Murdoch, dude, do you know who Doc Murdoch is, Eddie?
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, that dude could build anything.
He is a genius.
Yeah.
He is an absolute genius.
Yeah,
dude,
I know he's the antenna wizard, I know.
Yeah.
Like that, bro. But yeah, thank you all you guys, man. John Coopy, Sam Burns, and Doc Murdoch, good old Chris. So
yeah. And that's I think
and Kelly Shore too. So
oh yeah, for helping us for his advice on the on digital and stuff and stuff. Yeah. And so Eddie, keep your phone on, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're next, bro.
So I'm not an expert with FPV. I'm not, but
you look like an expert, bro.
Well, I've learned tremendously, and I think one of the good things with FPV is just the community that surround you. You know, that's what I did. I surrounded myself with people. I have local guys here that I reached out to that I always wanted to learn how to fly and how to, maybe build and what to buy. And all I did was I messaged one guy. His name is Alex here locally. And I said, hey, Alex, I know you're flying FPV now. Can I just go to the park and watch you? So I watched him just fly. He educated me on the process, like what's a flight controller, what's an ESC, blah, blah, blah. And he guided me. So, that first day when I took my Bumblebee and I burned my motor, guess who I called? I called Alex. And I said, Alex, I burned my motor. I can buy it, but can you solder it for me? And, he took it right from my hands. He told me, hey, don't buy one, buy two, because you're gonna do it again.
Right.
And he took my drone home. He did the work for me. And I asked him, hey, how much do I owe you? Right? Because nothing in this world is free. He was like, no, don't worry about it. He goes, that's what I'm here for. But I want you to learn how to solder yourself. Right. And this is what you need. So, I think all the way around my whole journey with FPV, I'm grateful that I've been surrounded with a lot of guys, Lawrence, Novus Quads, just so many people that I can mention that I've asked questions like, hey, I'm getting vibrations. What should I do? Or even like someone just asked on the chat, what's the benefit with air mode, having air mode on a switch? And that's exactly the same question I had. So when I used to arm my quad, right? Arming, sometimes it used to start bouncing on its own. And I didn't know why it was bouncing, but that's because of the wind thrust that your propellers are causing is causing your flight control and your gyro to kind of work. And that's why your quad starts bouncing. So what air mode does is it turns all that off. And, if you have zero throttle, you have no thrust essentially. So those are all questions that I asked my local guys and they helped me understand. And now I'm more familiar with FPV, but I'm nowhere near an expert.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, did you ever meet Mr. Steele?
No.
No.
Dude, that dude's amazing, dude. Isn't he, dude?
Yeah. And I don't understand. The question I always ask the pros that I know or people that are experienced is, how the hell does he have signal and penetration to go through staircase and through buildings?
Man, he does some crazy stuff though, man, but he's good at it.
Yeah, he's a pro, man.
That's amazing stuff, man. I don't know if I'd ever become that good, man, like that. His reaction, his reflexes are just amazing, bro.
Got to practice, man. It takes time. with anything in life, right?
Yeah. Also, something else, not to knock him because the guy does have skills, but I also tell people is guess how much he's paying for his parts.
Oh my
Zero,
gosh!
right? Zero. So the guy can crash all day long.
Yeah, he can afford to crash. Yeah,
He probably He's probably gets sponsored all his stuff too.
Exactly. Yeah, the guy can crash all day long. It doesn't cost him a penny, probably.
Well, it's not
Hi,
good
Kelly.
to have a solder. It's not good to have a solder sponsor. You need more of a motor sponsor and stuff, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Kelly, we're ready to set drones in. Saying hi.
Hey, Kelly, my man.
Yeah, so, hey, Eddie, you ever catch yourself doing just photography on the ground instead of flying drones, or is it just always drones?
No, absolutely. I love taking photography. Love just going out. New York City has some beautiful scenery, landmarks. So I grab my camera as much as I can sometimes after I'm done with drones, and depending on the location, I go and just shoot with my camera. So I love taking stills. I have an Instagram if I can plug it, if it's okay with you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the same as my YouTube, Mr. Eddie Nunez.
Yeah, put it. Hey, Eddie, put it in the chat, bro.
Yeah, let me just type it in there. So, Mr. Eddie Nunez, I have a lot of photos of New York City skyline from drone, aerial shots and camera.
Nice. Are you 107, Eddie? Are you a 107 pilot?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do any business work around the city when it comes to any kind of drone photography?
So in this, it depends. Not so much now. I'm getting more work done, with the camera, or I might, a lot of the work that I've done recently here in New York City has been a lot of commercial work in terms of like businesses, like restaurants, lounges, so businesses that want to promote their business online. So I do like 1 minute reels for them for Instagram and Facebook, so they can advertise, or even their website. So a lot of it is just mostly camera work, but I also do include like snippets of drone. So I might, like do a reveal shot of their business or the neighborhood, etc. So I use, my drone included with the camera work. But drone work essentially in New York City, I think it's oversaturated. So you have a lot of pilots that have their 107 now, and you might want $500 for a job, and you got another guy that'll do it for 100.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Just like real estate agents, man. Oversaturated real estate agents everywhere.
Yeah,
that should be.
Yeah, Johnny's a real estate agent. He knows about. Yeah, but Louisiana for you, that's a whole different world than New York City, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Everybody sees, everybody doing something, and everybody wants to get into it. That's just how it is. But you know what? It's a great thing that they have that knowledge. Eddie, what do you think about that little trust test that just came out? Did you participate in it, or have you done it yet?
I have not. I do plan on doing it, taking it tomorrow. The feedback that I've heard from various videos and friends that have taken it is just, it's like a common sense test. If you're flying drones, you should, easily pass. I heard you can't fail.
Right. No,
Yeah,
it's a non-fail.
Yeah, you can't fail.
I think it's the right thing to do, for the drone community, so you can be aware of the responsibilities of a drone, because you can get in a sticky situation real quick if you don't know what you're doing. You're just gonna.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, even though it's kind of overkill now. Not overkill, but if you're Part 107, people are like, why do you have to take it? Well, I mean, just take it, and you can do the whole thing in what, Matty, 15 minutes, 20 minutes,
Yeah. Well, I understand. I mean, even 107 and recreational pilots, they've kind of got different sets of rules. So when a 107 decides to jump down and fly as a recreational pilot, I think that's why they're making them take it, because it's down on a lower level set of rules that, I don't know. It's a good question as to why they do, but I know there's a lot of 107 pilots that fly recreational just for fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason they're making them do that. Although,
it's a good thing. It takes, like I said, 10 minutes. You can take it while you watching the stream, as somebody said.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sean Oz mentioned in one of our Facebook group conversations that they should make that a pamphlet and send it out. Drone companies should send those little rules out for recreational people in like pamphlet style in their drone boxes. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just training. That trust test is training for the new people. The new people are trying to get into drones. I mean, that's a good thing that they did that because there's a lot of people messing up out there, and a lot of people are going, "Oh, I didn't know that I didn't know I had to register, or I didn't know I had to do this," and so that's good that everyone has to do this because it's it's a pretty good thing to learn. It's training,
Yeah. Lon says if it takes you more than 10 minutes to sell your drones.
Depends how fast you can read.
So Eddie, you actually did photography and videography work before flying drones, so you have knowledge in that then.
No, actually, it started with the drones.
Okay.
Drones is what made me to open up, this passion for photography and videography. But it all started with the drones. So
not like Stevie. Stevie was into like photography. He's always been in photography and stuff like that, right? Stevie? Right. Yeah. Yeah, Stevie, I know. Yeah, Stevie has always been into photography. Yeah, for me, drones was the avenue that opened up, to buying cameras, understanding what aperture is, shutter speed, all that kind of stuff, what ND filters would do for your videos. Drones is what really opened up my eyes. Yeah, it's a good thing to learn, man. Videography, photography. It's a good thing to know, man. Because if you want the best quality coming out of your stuff, man, it's good to know all that stuff, Yeah. But DJI does a very good job though with your drones in auto. It does. It does do a good job in auto already. Yeah.
I know that Air 2S is very sharp in auto, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The video coming off of that in auto is great.
So one dude, I don't know if you guys saw a comment in one of my videos. Some dude goes, he commented and said, "What are you smoking?" He goes, "What are you smoking? You can't double the frame rate on shutter speed." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? Where are you from, bro?" And I responded,
a lot of people actually go by that rule.
You have to, a
lot of people.
If you're shooting 24 frames a second, okay, ISO 100, double the shutter speed should be double frame rate, so 148, 150. Right. And he's telling me that I was wrong.
Hey, you got those some people,
You do. But then I educated him.
They live and learn.
I educated him. I told him, listen, it is. Look it up, and this is what it is. If you look at my video and what I said, listen to what I said. I said, it's 24 frames a second, and double the frame rate and shutter speed. He went back to the video. He saw it. He listened carefully. And then he apologized.
Say thank you for commenting, sir. Appreciate that.
I did.
Yeah, that's what you get. That comes with the YouTube.
It does.
That's like one of the sets of rules.
You're gonna get haters. You're gonna get people that judge you. You're gonna get haters. You're gonna get everything.
We already got the 1 thumbs down, of course.
As always.
Yeah, man. We expect it. That's what we expect it.
And guys, don't be upset if you guys get thumbs down because it's actually good for YouTube. It evens things out. They like to see that. I really don't give a shit. Yeah, same here.
No, you shouldn't either. You shouldn't. It just some people just I don't know. Some people live to try and piss on others, and
maybe they got the computer upside down. They thought he was hitting a like button.
That's true.
Johnny and his good old comments, dude.
That was a good one.
Yes, if they're ass backwards, the computer could be ass backwards. So, just saying.
Hey, by the way, Johnny, you want to show your sticker?
Eddie, what I know you said what would be and I think we probably know the answer. Well, not know the answer, but what would be somebody want to get into FPV? What would be a good starter drone, or what would you recommend?
I would probably recommend like a 2-step process. I would probably get one of those kits. I think they're called Beta FPV, the 189 kit. It comes with the box goggles, the radio, and the little tiny
little whoop. Yeah.
Like a tiny hawk or something.
The one that I got, Johnny. The one that I got.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, just so that you can get a feel for, acrobatic moves, and so you can get a feel for the goggles and the remote.
And you can crash it all you want.
Yeah, like Michael and Sergio said, you don't want to spend. I took the plunge and I spent, I think it was like $2,000 for the iFly DJI iFly with the DJI goggles and the remote, but I didn't know if I was gonna get sick. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, and I almost got discouraged after burning those motors. So I think that's a good start for you. Just get the 199 kit, practice in your backyard. You can even practice inside your home.
Yeah.
Bang up the wife in the head with the drone.
Or you could get one of these.
Yeah.
I can fly over these beams over here. I could try to hit. I'm sure I can.
Johnny, you'll enjoy it. You will.
You'll like it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Johnny, you buy one, I'll buy one.
And then I think once you progress, once you're able to get your throttle control in order and you feel comfortable, then I would strongly recommend people to go into a 5-inch, a 5-inch. And I actually have it right here. My favorite 5-inch is the iFly, the NUNEZ.We'll 5. This little
the NUNEZ.We'll 5. Yeah, I hear a lot about that drone. Actually, I believe Sammy flies that.
Yep, those are good. I was about to buy that one, but I decided to buy the one my brother's showing right now.
Which one is that one?
This is the Sector 5 V3.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, one of the I would say the Sector 5 and the NUNEZ.We'll are the best 2 5-inch quads you can get. Bind and fly. Yeah, I love this thing. I have other quads that I fly, but I always go back to this one here.
So Eddie, how much is that drone right there? I mean that.
This one here, I think it was about. So this has a DJI Vista. I think this one was running for about $340, but I think it has increased now, like everything else in the world.
Right.
I think they want like $360, $370 for this now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now when buying a bind and fly such as that, one thing is you're going to crash, right? So you're learning to fly FPV, you're going to crash. The one thing that people have to understand is that when you buy a bind and fly such as something like that, you have to know how to fix it. You have to know how to solder everything, how to use how to exchange the boards, the motors, right? Yeah. I mean, that's not something that you can just send in and have replaced.
No.
You know what I highly suggest, Matt? And you know who does this? Xavier kind of gave me an idea. If you want to learn how to solder, if something happens to the quad and you're bind and fly and you don't know nothing about putting things together, it's kind of easy. What you do is take a picture before taking it apart where the wires go. And it's like reverse.
Yeah, that's always good.
It's like reverse engineering. So it's like you want to then look at the shot you took with your picture and look at it where the wires went, or just remember where you took the wires and where they go. Really, I don't know how else to explain it, or watch Joshua Bardwell or something, but
yeah, you could just Joshua Bardwell.
Yeah, and
Joshua Bardwell he's very good when it comes to learning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he says, you're going to learn something today. Yeah.
You're going to learn something today.
Yes.
I watch his videos, and I don't even fly FPV, and I watch his videos.
But you know what? But the soldering part is so frustrating when I first did it. And it was like, come on, man. It's not sticking. It's not
sticking,
shiny, So what I did was, I watched a couple YouTube channels or YouTube how to do the soldering. Always apply flux. Clean it.
Always, apply flux. Yeah.
Because once you clean, make sure you clean the tip of your solid, the tip when you solid, clean it. And then, put some flux every time, because what the flux does, it gives more heat and it makes it absorb.
It's like a clean contact, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. But
see, I can. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, going back to your comment earlier, I think my number one tip to anyone is don't try to do FPV alone if you can. So surround yourself with other people that have already been through the journey. And I promise that it's going to be a rewarding experience. You'll build a relationship with that person, and that person will guide you. I mean, I'm already teaching new people that want to learn FPV, and like I said, I'm not a pro at all, but just through my experience, now I can recommend. I tell people, don't buy that NUNEZ.We'll for the first time. Don't buy that iFly, whatever you want. for the first time. First, understand if you want to get into this hobby, understand if you're going to really enjoy it or if it's going to be frustrating, and then get ready and get your pockets ready when you do have crashes and you do have to do repairs.
Yep.
It's not expensive, but it can add up. It can add up real fast.
Yeah. See, my wife has a good friend of hers, and every time I think about this process of FPV, I keep forgetting the fact that my wife's one of her good friends, her husband builds FPV drones and airplanes, and he lives 2 miles from me, and I keep forgetting about it.
There you go, man. If you have any problems, let him fix it for you, and you can let him build it for you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take this over to him and go, here, Brett, return it to me when it's done.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at look, man, I can weld an entire elevator together, but I can't solder on a little 5-inch drone. But
yeah,
you got to practice. I'll try it sooner or later. It's just a matter of time.
They do have they have little boards you can buy to practice on, so you don't you don't have to real one. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So Eddie, let's share your video, man. Let's show the people that haven't seen your video. I just want to show everybody how awesome this video is.
You guys gotta check this out.
Yeah, I like this. I like how you did this.
Unbelievable. I think Eddie's gonna be like the next Mr. Steele.
No,
I guarantee you.
I have a long way.
I believe in you. I have faith in you, Eddie. You can be the next Mr. Steele.
I'll tell you what, you and Dobo have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good friends.
You guys, you and him have a lot in common, man. The way you guys fly and your diversity of flying at GPS, FPV drones and stuff, plus the photography.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always reach out to him for tips. Him, Ken, and Billy Kyle. We're always on the. We have a group chat going, and we just throw ideas at each other. And I love watching what Ken does, and I try to replicate it and make it my own.
Yeah, Ken's great. Ken's great.
And he hasn't been flying that long either.
No. After Ken took the plunge, then I decided I gotta learn FPV. If Ken is
great help with Stevie too, right there with Stevie with the editing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So Eddie, are you getting Stevie since you applied with Stevie? Are you trying to get Stevie into the traditional FPV?
So Stevie started to ask questions, so that's a good sign.
Oh,
questions you asked me, Stevie already asked me actually in Coney Island when we went to fly. He wanted to know what drone he should buy.
He probably already has one.
Yeah. So I know Stevie's gonna get there really soon, especially after he's been watching me fly and he see the power that I have on my 5-inch versus that DJI FPV he's flying. I know he's gonna be there soon. Before the year is up, Stevie's gonna have one of these.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, here's the video. Oh, you just sent it to me. Okay, I got it right here. Let's add to it. All right, guys. So this is one of Eddie's videos. If any of you who haven't seen it, I'm gonna post it right there.
So this is the DJI FPV flying over Coney Island. Of course, Coney Island is closed. This was before. Before Memorial Day. Now this transitioned over to a 7-inch traditional FPV quad.
See, this is what me and Sergio are trying to go towards, like mixing videos with the GPS drones and the FPV ones.
Yeah, this is the NUNEZ.We'll 5-inch that I just showed you guys earlier. Just looping around the roller coaster here.
What video?
Wow, how many quads did you guys edit in together?
A lot. Now this is a Mavic Pro 2.
Not bad, bro. Not bad at all.
You see how they give that mixture of all the drone shots?
Yeah.
See the excitement.
That is awesome.
It keeps wanting more. It keeps you watching.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is the DJI FPV. I think I got the trick with the camera, so I record in decent-alike now, and I add my colors in post.
Good idea.
Yeah, and I think I'm getting better results with decent-alike.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Neat.
So I know someone in the chat asked what drone did I use for this. So it was a combination of DJI FPV, the Mavic Pro 2, the NUNEZ.We'll, and then a 7-inch, just to get like that speed. And this is
nice.
Just Of course, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. This was 5 a.m. with Stevie. I had to wake up at 3 a.m. to get here.
Wow.
5 a.m.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about that on another show, how you get there early in the morning with the sunset, so that way nobody's up. Who the hell wants to jog at 5 o'clock in the morning?
That is sick.
Yeah,
that is sick. Wow.
That's how we got Coney Island all empty, all to ourselves before they're open, you know, thinking about safety.
I'm telling you,
insane.
Amazing.
I'm telling you, Eddie, you're gonna be the next Mr. Steele, man. I believe in you.
Thank you.
The way you do it, I gotta freestyles, man. Jeez.
I think I gotta break maybe about 25 more drones.
Now you fly your FPV and you're getting good at it, but do you still love your camera drones? You haven't just like completely turned your back on them, correct?
So I want to say I'm flying FPV 80% of the time, camera drones 20% of the time. I'm mainly using my camera drones for like B-roll shots before I share my FPV shots, and especially the hyperlapse, the time lapses with the DJI. But yeah, there's certain situations where you can't use an FPV drone. You can't use an FPV drone everywhere, just because of just the safety overall. You can crash, you can fail safe, etc. It's much easier. So I absolutely do fly my Mavic. My Mavic Pro 2 is my go-to still. I do have a Phantom 4 that I fly when I want to get that 60 frames a second, that smooth footage. And I have an Inspire 2, which hasn't been flown, I think, in over a year. I think I'm getting ready to let go of that one.
Wow,
that's
dude,
awesome.
That's Eddie. Your work is amazing, man. For flying FPV for so long, man. That's good. That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
Eddie, put your channel link in the chat, so for those who haven't subscribed to your channel, they can just go and check out your channel.
Hey,
I put it in there a couple of times. I'll stick it in there again.
Awesome.
Kelly's in the house, Kelly Shore. So if you want to maybe dedicate a few seconds to Spin Up and just kind of
go ahead for sure.
Yeah, Spin Up is November 6th, and of course I think everybody here has a ticket. Eddie, are you going to Spin Up?
I would love to. It's in process.
Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah, and I think
that's good to hear.
The house.
Kelly sold out the first batch, right, Maddie? I think, and he's into the second batch of tickets. And I think this week he said he'll be announcing some of the speakers and stuff. So so that's coming up, and that's gonna be exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Johnny.
Same here.
Finally, Matt. Finally, man.
Bro,
even Kelly.
We are going to tear that hotel down. That hotel is never going to be the same after that weekend.
Hey, you can't.
Hey, Matt. Wait, one more,
Maddie, so we can do whatever we want.
Hey, Matt. Are we gonna have strippers in the hotel?
My wife don't care.
Matt said my wife will join us. She'll go to the strip club.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I don't know. I got a personal message from DB. She said I have to watch.
My wife is looking at me. She's like,
actually, I think Johnny's responsible for watching all of us.
Yeah. That's probably not a good thing, DD.
No, it's not.
Sergio's messing around. He likes messing around with.
But it'll be fine. We won't. Hey, what happens in Austin stays in Austin.
Stays in Austin. Eddie, we really hope you can make it there, man. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely try to make it. Yeah.
Hey, is Billy going this year?
I'm not sure. I know Aldrin announced on Johnny on your show, right, that he was going to be there.
Going.
Yeah.
And then I guess he said that Kelly had asked him to be a presenter, so that's a good thing.
Dobo's not sure yet.
Ken is not going.
Yeah,
he's got CES 2021, and then he's got a couple other drone things where he's speaking. He's a speaker at a couple of them. So last I talked to him, he said he wasn't going.
Oh, okay.
But you never know.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's gonna be a good time, and we
yeah.
really hope you do come, Eddie, because we would love to meet you, man.
Yeah, I would love to go. Absolutely.
Is Stevie coming? I don't know. Is Stevie? I don't know if Stevie's coming. Maybe he can answer.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's in the chat so far.
Kelly said Billy is coming. So.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly Shorts, can't thank you enough, buddy. Thanks for the shirts, man. Once again, and the wonderful stickers. Look, we show them off on every show, right behind us, right there.
Look at Kelly. I even put it on my sunshade.
Gotta support Kelly.
Always.
Here, I'll put my hat on.
Your hat. Kelly, your shirt's on your way. It's gonna be on the way too. We want to give you a shirt too. So we should be having shirts soon, guys. Hats, stickers.
Yeah, Stevie said he'll let us know soon if he's coming. So yeah. Stevie,
hey Johnny, why don't you show the audience yours, bro? I think you should.
My little sticker. Yeah. My granddaughter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I think they came out cool.
That's for your your channel.
Yeah, it's just for mine. Yeah, we have the Fly for Fun, sticker that Captain Ray and I give away. So,
yeah. Johnny, send one over to me.
Will do.
Hey, Mikey, you need to check your PayPal. Your FlyZone Drones one. By the way. Yeah.
I'm telling you guys,
Eddie,
something must be wrong with PayPal, bro.
Oh, Brad said it went through.
Oh, it did go through.
He said he went. Yeah, he said he sent something.
I don't know. Mine's broke. I don't have enough money in it.
Eddie, do you have any merchandise? Do you have any merch?
I don't. It's something that I want to start to do.
I think you should, man.
Yeah,
I think you've gotten successful to the point where you should. Yeah, that would definitely be cool.
Yeah. I think for starters, I need to create some sort of I don't have an official logo. I think I need to just, work on maybe getting a logo first.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good.
My granddaughter, I kind of told her what I wanted. She kind of designed it for me. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Johnny, I like the way your logo came out. It looks really good like that. I like it. Plus, it's an Air 2S.
Hey, one thing we did find out, guys, is Sam Burns, his real name is Tommy Burns. So,
exactly.
Or else Tommy took the test for Sam. So I'm still trying to figure that out.
Really?
Or did
he is in the Drone Witness Protection Program.
I think Rose took the test for Tommy, who was Sam.
Yep, I did not know that. Of 4 years of knowing him, I never knew his name was Tommy.
We might have to put Captain Ray on that. Find out his real name.
Yep, Drone Mafia, here we come.
Nope, didn't get nothing.
Yeah, he said it didn't go through, Mike. Yeah, I guess there's something wrong with the.
Just send it here, man. Just send this one works right here. Just this one right here works. Brad, right here, this one. That's my personal one.
Where'd you get the number 22 from?
What 22?
It says M Toto 22.
Yeah, that one's my personal one. That's
I know. Where's the number 22? What's the significance of the number 22? I'm just asking because that was my baseball number playing all my life. Yeah, so my number was 22.
22 is my birthday.
22 is the day we were born.
We were born.
Ah, got it.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah. So hey guys, well, it's at that time. It's 9:30. We went for an hour. We like to always keep it at 1 hour, and we just like to give a shout out to everybody here, and we love you as always. And don't forget, guys. I'm gonna let Johnny do this. Johnny's good at this. Johnny, go ahead. Let everyone know all the other channels, all the live streams that are showing weekly.
Oh yeah, well let me actually.
Johnny, you're in the middle of making a little pamphlet, aren't you, with all those live streams?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I told everybody to email me or message me about what they like to watch, and we're not. All we're doing is putting a guide together. But I mean, it'll have. I want to put the night of the week, the channel, and the time. So we're not you watch who you want to watch. But yeah, Monday I want to just say Brad and Al Duran started a new show. I think they do it at what time is it? 7 o'clock Central, maybe. I'm not sure.
Monday, I think it's Monday at
It's Monday, right? Yeah, and then you got Drone Nation with Ron and Marcus, and Tuesday you got Build a Drone with you, and of course, right after that, Philly and Mike comes on, and Wednesday you got Phantom Flight 101 with Herman and Lawrence, and of course, Captain Ray and myself on the Fly for Fun show, and Bill Thomas comes on right after that with Coast to Coast Drones, and I think Dobo does a show on Wednesday, and I think
at 9 o'clock. Yeah,
Joshua Baldwell is on Wednesday too, right?
Yeah, I think so. He does a lot of live shows. I'm just not sure what days.
And then Thursday, of course, you got Ken Heron. Friday, you got Ready Set Drone, and of course tonight with FlyZone. And Saturday, I know Art's on. Sunday, you got the Drone Seekers and Herman and Lawrence as Novice Quads. And yeah, I will be a guest on the Drone Seekers Sunday at 2:00 too. So.
Yep, look out for that, guys. And you did say Dobo, right? When Dobo was on Wednesday.
Yeah, Dobo does his show last night. It's on Tuesday.
Yeah,
no, Wednesday night, 9 p.m.
And he's got Mr. Autel next week. So
yeah. The CEO of Autel is going to be.
Yes, yeah. Support everybody. Sometimes check your YouTube. I know they've been kicking a lot of people off. Seem like lately. I don't know how it works.
That's true.
But
that's true. It's
if you look at your subscriber count, it's going down a little bit instead of up. But and I don't know what triggers that. But yeah, check those. And Michael, I think you got the link to some of the guys in the chat.
And we also forgot one more. It's don't forget World of Sean Oz show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He goes on Monday nights too at 10 o'clock.
Night, yeah. So.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a break there for a while because he was in the middle of moving, but I think he's up and running again now. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shows, and like I say, if you watch something else, and I'm sure there's a ton more, but yeah, hey, message me or you can send an email to flyforfunshow@yahoo.com, and we'll try to. I'm trying to put that little guide together because I know a lot of times it's kind of hard, like who comes on that night, or you get I know Michael might text me and say so and so's on, or Maddie might say hey, so-and-so's live right now. Bill Renee's been going live a little bit. Of course, Rodney Bell goes live on Saturday morning with the coffee show. And then you got the, of course, the guys that do the sunrise stuff there, Chris Hope and Dennis and all of them, Roz. And so it's a great community.
Yeah, it is. It is a great community. We all help each other out.
By far the best in the world, without a doubt.
It is, and you make new friends. You always make new friends in this community, and dude, I just fell in love. I instantly fell in love with everybody here in this community. So helpful, so caring. So we love you. Mikey loves you.
If it wasn't for all the subscribers, man, thank you very much. If it wasn't for you guys, our channel,
we wouldn't be doing this.
Oh yeah, Adrian.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
Adrian comes on Saturday night too, so got a lot of shows. It's hard to.
You know what I do? I just wait for alerts on my phone. My phone alerts. That's all.
Yeah, set your alerts on YouTube, and you won't miss. If you want to watch somebody, set that alert. That's probably the best way.
Yep, and everybody, please go check out Eddie Nunez. Go on his channel, give him some love and support. Subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like on his channel. And don't forget to hit a like on our channel. Okay? So with that said, guys, we love you. Good night. Happy flying. And we'll see you guys in the next show. All right, guys?
Night.
Thank you. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys. Peace out.
Ciao. Buonanotte.